so good. My name is Sarah Mustafa. I'll be your interviewer today.
Okay, what brings you in?
Well, I'm just here to interview you about your decisions, your career, you know?
Well, I hope my office is comfortable to you.
It is very.
Here,
Thank you.
hand sanitizer. Gotta keep the kids safe.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
I appreciate that. Alrighty, so why am I here listening to your story?
Well, my purpose statement is very important to me. And it took me a while to realize why I have a purpose until I sat down and I thought about it to myself. So I want to be there for my friends and my family and the animals. I used to volunteer at the animal shelter in Orlando. And I always am there for my friends when they need a shoulder to cry on, someone to laugh, and my family to know how strong I am and someone to look up to. And I want to be there for my animals because I want them to get adopted in homes and feel secure.
Of course. So, explain how your purpose is related to the career choice that you chose.
Well, that is a very long story. I really always try to be a positive and strong individual. And it's always very misconnected when it comes to my purpose and my values and my goals and my strengths and everything. And I always encourage all my friends and family and of course my patients to do what makes them happy. And I just always reminder to have a positive outlook on life and to think as if the glass was half full rather than half empty. I had to stop being so hard on myself, and I sat and I thought to myself, I said, I need to get out of my head more, and I have to look at life as if, instead of saying, why am I always in pain, and why am I always going to the doctor, and start turning them around and say, I'm so glad this pain has showed me how strong I can become. And I never knew I had the strength, and I want to keep getting stronger. Going to the doctor gives me opportunities and experiences and gain different relationships with people and have different advantages as well. And being in the medical field. My goal really is to think not to be so hard on myself and be hard-headed and not think it's bad or not ordinary to be a doctor with a disability, because everything is normal in my eyes. And it just opens my eyes and my head and to be more open-minded and filled with possibilities.
That is absolutely wonderful. So how is your purpose related to your career goals?
It's all about the patients. For 18 years now, I've been going to the doctor nonstop, and I had to mature from a young age to understand why I needed these surgeries or why I was so sick and why I needed these certain medications, and I've just developed the brain capacity to understand these. And I'm just all for one of my patients. I understood, and I was in that dark place at one point, and I don't want anybody else to feel that way. So that's why I want to be there for my patients.
Absolutely. So, following your graduation from college, what was your career pathway?
Well, that was a very long process, and I was not expecting it, but I got through it, and I wouldn't want it any other way. So I needed to attend a 4-year university and then transfer to medical school. I also needed to obtain my MD degree, and I had to be a part of the American Board of Pediatrics, and it sets the requirements for the pediatrician certification. And then I had to pray and wait for the results. And it was very stressful, but I mean, what roller coaster isn't fun without the drops?
So, describe your profession, your duties, and your routines.
So I get in the office and I just fill out a lot of paperwork, and I have to when a patient comes to me, I mostly do kid and young adolescents, and I'll treat minor injuries. I'll give any shots, make sure everybody's shots are up to date. I'll identify if any fractures are there or any illnesses or cuts and scrapes. I'm there for it all. Or even mental illnesses, I'll be able to identify any depression or any internal like mental illnesses that I'll be able to.
Definitely. So, outline the costs of your education.
So, in the beginning, I was part of a scholarship called Bridges to Success when I was still attending Valencia. And they paid for my first 2 years, tuition and books and everything. And that was about like $15,000. And then when I got to transfer to University of Florida, I had to start thinking about like apartments and gas, phone, food, television, anything that you thought your parents would pay for before. It was all my responsibility. And tuition for fall and spring was about total for $32,000 a year.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That is quite a lot. So what steps did you take to ensure you successfully completed your degree?
So I had to really take advantage of my time management.
Definitely.
And I had to realize that not everything is about friends and having fun and weekends. Well, not weekends anymore. I was so grateful that like I would be able to sit and study. It's okay once in a while to go have like a coffee break so your mind is balanced and you're not overstressed. But I had to take advantage of like tutoring at Valencia, and we had to do learning support hours. So I was there like 7 times a week, all day throughout the night. The math lab was always welcoming me open arms when I never understood the material. I never was so deep in the work that I couldn't do it anymore. I was always trying my best.
That's wonderful. All right, well, thank you so much, Miss D.
Thank you so much for coming.